Panharmonicon presents a podcast.
With your finger. Hold it with your finger, kid. Okay. Now, how do you get him to kick?
I usually just yell, "Oyage."
Yeah, no, I don't have an intro for this one. I lucked up because I was like, I kind of want to do the on our own, and as fate would have it, as I was driving here, the radio played it.
On our own?
Yeah, the Ghostbusters 2 theme.
Wow!
I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Dag, that is super weird. That is like a fate, as fate would have it.
Yeah, because like, why? Why would you be playing?
Well,
that
there is the
song?
song.
I guess
there
it's
is
almost
the Gus
New
song,
Year's.
though.
The
Gus
song?
bust when he was the donkey came home and the donkey sat down, and the donkey had a foot, and that foot was used to kick the balls, and the balls came down through the goalpost. I didn't even know that you like new toast. Through the goalpost. I didn't even know that you like new toast. I'ma get my toaster. I'ma put it down. I'ma get a coaster. I'ma put that down, and I'ma get a cup and some Mocha's grape juice.
Yep,
Not sponsored.
That was the new one, right? That one was done when Gus came back out in 1991.
The re-release.
Yeah.
It did so well the first time.
Amazing.
So much to say about this movie.
Yes, sir. We'd like to welcome you guys back to another episode of Panharmonicon Studios presents
a podcast.
Alright. Yep. So I am one of your co-hosts, Damon.
This is Andrew.
This is fair.
And today we will be discussing a movie suggested to us by our good friend Jason. Jason, I want to thank you for that. And that is 1977's Gus.
Ooh, 1977.
76.
Oh, okay.
6. It was 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 1976 is Gus. So before we get into that, if all of you guys on YouTube could subscribe for us if you've been enjoying what you've been listening to, hopefully you have, and give us a thumbs up if you like what you've been listening to, if you liked our Gus theme. If you did not, you can always thumbs down. I'd rather get either one than a nothing. It's always better to get an engagement than none. If you can comment, drop a comment, just letting us know what you thought about Gus, or if you've never seen Gus, if you would watch Gus. And they don't know that yet. And, Spotify peeps, if you can drop a comment just letting us know what you think about Gus and whether or not you'd watch it, as well as give us a rating 1 through 5 and give us a follow. That way when you're on Spotify and you're looking for some of that new to listen to while you're working out or driving, it will give you us. So
in this episode, it will also give you Gus.
it
Whoa.
will give you Gus.
We have the whole movie in here.
So with the formalities out of the way, how have you gentlemen been doing recently? Oh, I've almost forgot. It is actually the full New Year.
Yeah.
So hope you guys had a happy New Year's Day.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope you're all safe.
Yep. Hope you were all safe.
New Year's Eve can be
Pretty dicey.
pretty dicey. I've been good though. I've been good. How you guys been?
Been all right. I bought Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, I think, MHGU, for the Switch. Found it on sale, so I've been playing that, and that's been fun to kind of go back to the old school of Monster Hunter.
Old school. Right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
Like
Before World.
World.
I think it was 2017, I think it was. So it's in Monster Hunter, like the new age, so you can like move and use items and stuff. But in like the old stool, it's not poopy. Old school, you pop that potion, you're standing there for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
What
it's
do you mean
just
standing there for the whole thing? Is it kind of like a Final Fantasy sort of like shot it like back forth.
Well, here's the thing: Monster Hunter is real time.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you were fighting somebody and you were like, "Wait, I got to take this aspirin real quick."
And then you do a little flex.
And then
All that's happening.
And there's a monster running at you or beating up your cat. You have a little palico, I guess, to not have any
Interesting.
euphemisms.
I've never played Monster Hunter.
Give it a try.
never
You might
played
enjoy it.
Monster. Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be cheap. I mean, World, a nice Spore might be cheap on
I think
PlayStation.
World was. Did you download World? It was like one of the free games when you like first bought a PlayStation.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I think all of those games that.
They're no longer, but
Oh, are you? Oh, dude, I didn't realize that. I thought they were always just kind of there. So I do have PlayStation Premium though, and so they do have a decent range of like games that just come with that package.
It might be.
So like,
I wouldn't be surprised if either World or Rise is on there.
Yeah.
okay,
But look it up. You might enjoy it.
I can download for free.
Yeah.
For sure. So I've been good. I've gotten back into Gunpla, which is short for. I mean, I guess the words are Gundam and plastic, but Gundam plastic model kits.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
So,
Gunpla.
Gunpla.
Yeah.
Gunpla.
so I've got about, I think I have 10 kits.
Dang. What model? Or what? Rank? I forget what the...
Oh, what grade?
Grade, thank you.
They are. I have one master grade.
Okay.
The rest are high grades. Big G Gundam fan, and so they've been releasing like new high grade versions of like the main units from G Gundam.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal because God Gundam is like the popular one, and as such, it's gotten releases throughout like between 1994 and today. The other 4 only got 2 releases, and they were both in 1994. So the horribly outdated, and as such, like they've finally been re-released over like I shouldn't say all 4 of them because we're still waiting on one of them, Bandai. So between 2022 and to now, they've released 3 of them, and they just have really been dragging their feet on this 4th one that I'd really like them to give me so I could complete that team. But I haven't even built those yet. I've been working on a completely different one. I wasn't going to start on them until I got all 5. And Bandai was like, I mean, eventually. If they don't, I riot. I want to say we riot, but I don't know how many other people.
You probably have...
So I riot. But so far I've been working on this Gundam Wing one that is like there's like a series called Gundam Build Divers where they take like that cartoon is about Gunpla, but in that world like the Gunpla work as Gundams. So
if only.
Yeah, right. So they're known to be like to make customs, and this one is like a custom version of Wing Gundam.
That's cool.
So I'm working on that now. I recently built new Gundam, rail grade new Gundam, and I'm just getting back into it. I've been building up a log just so that when I eventually like felt like I had like downtime, I would start doing that. I did release during Christmas a new So What the Hell Was, which was Babes in Toyland. I have I know it seems like I lied because I say Fantastic Four was the next one. I have it. It's just that we were coming up on Christmas, and I was like, I want to do a Christmas one to just kind of ring in that period of time. So did Babes in Toyland, which it's one of the movies. It's not a bad movie, but it is just one of the movies.
Yep.
One of the many movies that have been made.
Yep.
Yes.
Many movies.
It was good. I sent it to my my mom, sister, and brother, and my brother didn't mention that. I guess my other older brother. So Milan mentions that our oldest brother Burr, or one of our older brothers Burr, used to apparently sing that song all the time, and it's funny because I have no recollection of this, but like he's like, yeah, Burr used to sing that shit all the time. Oh my god.
CINCINNATI Cincinnati. It is oddly addictive if you listen to it.
I would have to imagine, like, as you were editing it, that you probably were just like washing dishes, and then you would just be singing it. Was it like? Did it become?
No, it didn't become. Luckily,
Okay.
it didn't become an earworm for me. I listened to it so that I could do that intro, and I was like, I'm gonna have to do this intro like 15 different times because I know I'm gonna mess it up. And luckily, I got it.
On the first.
Whoa.
Nice. Not bravo.
And I was like, thank God, because I do not want to do this again.
Take 20.
All the rest of it, I fumbled a whole bunch and I had to redo it. But that CINCI,
yeah.
I was like, I got that one.
Like every part of you knew like,
That I
seemed
needed
like,
to
you cannot
get
do
that.
this more than once.
Yes. And then after that, I was like, okay, I can mess up now.
Sure.
But how have you been faring?
Oh yeah, I've been all right. Not much, honestly, to talk about. Not much new. It's just living life, eating cookies, a lot of turkey and ham. Yeah.
I had a frozen turkey that I plan on cooking soon.
Oh, you don't have a date yet?
No, I just like I've been making turkey, but I want to like perfect.
Oh,
Like I want.
What do you mean
Damon
you've been
turkey.
making turkey? Have you been just like
I've been just
practicing?
like making. I've been like every like for the past like few Thanksgivings, I've like cooked a turkey,
oh,
okay.
very cool.
but I just want to be able to like perfect like what's the Damon turkey? What's that one that in the future people are gonna be like, oh, Damon's got a good recipe for a turkey.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know why
Damon
I
made
chose
this turkey, huh?
Yeah, I know. That's his 6 signature spices. What have you been thinking about? Or is like,
I haven't been thinking.
You
yet.
haven't come across. Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's why it's frozen.
Gotcha.
Because I need to think. I need to think big.
Yeah. Have you at least come across like how you would want to prepare it, or has
So
that part not
even that part, I'm like, because I was looking at some like, do I want to spatchcock it? Do I want to?
Deep fried.
spatchcock it? I'm sorry. What?
Oh, you ever heard? So spatchcocking is where you take a whole bird and you cut out the spine, then you flip the bird over and you flatten it,
Oh.
and that helps. It can help with things like keeping it
Consistent.
like consistently cooked because it gives it like better surface area to cook on. It also helps with like keeping it juicy and things like that.
Okay. I gotta say, could you imagine if like there was some kind of predator above humans that could talk
Did that
about
to
us
you?
like that?
So I spatchcocked a human. what is that?
I took out its spine, then I flipped it over and crushed the
his
ribcage.
ribcage.
On some like Attack on Titan type shit. Like if they were smart enough to prepare their humans. Yeah, I know.
Seemed like a flattened human.
Marco!
It sucks because we have that sentience to know. Like, oh my god.
Right? To imagine it. Man. That's nightmares tonight.
Spatchcocking a human. All right. So, I'm just going to transition out of that.
Yeah.
Transition into our little short game segment here that we don't have a name for yet, but it is where I happen to take some poorly described movie plots from the subreddit of a similar name, and I ask Andrew and I ask Farron to decipher what it means and the movie that it could possibly be referring to.
Yes.
And I kind of want Panharmonicon Studios presents a podcast historians. If you guys can go through all of them since we've been doing this to determine what their record is before I end up having to tell them what the movie is, I'd be very interested.
I'd say we get like a good 10%.
I think we did better than that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I had to. I don't remember which episode exactly we started these on, but
I would say you're in
do
the
think
positives.
They're in the pot. Yeah, oh, it has to be in the positives. Yeah. I think there's a couple that we didn't get. Do we also want to give ourselves a timer for this? I was thinking because like.
Yeah,
Should we get like 5 minutes or
I would say 5 minutes.
just to say figure out what it
I do
is?
cut out a lot of the silence just so you guys know.
Yeah,
So it doesn't. It's not always a 10-minute thing.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh,
It
okay.
cuts it
Yeah.
down to
Okay.
like,
So if that's
towns it down to like 8 minutes, but yeah, it's probably better to give a timer than not.
probably have timer. So, in today's episode, a man consumed by his work creates something unpredictable that
Flubber?
complicates everything he's trying to fix. As pressures mount from all sides, control proves harder to hold onto than expected.
Is it Flubber?
It's Flubber.
Let's go! I had a feeling. I was like, this is the one. This is comedic timing.
Dude.
This would be Flubber. And I got it.
Honestly,
go.
I shouldn't even start. I was gonna wait until like you got done with it to start the timer, and you got it before he even finished. So yeah, that before the timer even started. Wow.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That was wow, and it was wow. There we go. I was talking so much smack that we weren't good at this. Okay, confidence is returned.
Dang. I thought you were joking for a second.
No, I was like this. I was like,
like,
I need to watch this movie just so I know what happens. But I was like, that's the one part I get is that he was like, you make something that Flubber just goes AWOL.
dang.
Wow, amazing.
It's interesting that they put the unpredictable. I think if they didn't put the unpredictable part,
Yeah,
it would have been
a lot
a
harder.
lot harder. Mm-hmm. But we got that. Knocked that one out the park.
Dang.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the second, like, when you had two for us, I thought the second one was going to be Flubber, because I mean, that's pretty, like, you guys aren't going to be able to get this one.
Yeah.
And then it's Flubber.
You got it, dude. You got it. Yeah, that's.
Out the gate.
You got it, dude. And hopefully you guys have our feature presentation in mind when we finally start to discuss
Putting it off for so long.
old Disney movie.
Gus.
Gus.
Real quick, before we really dig into this, Jason, if you're listening, we love you and very much appreciate your engagement and your suggesting this film. However, with that said, we're going to talk about some stuff, and it can still be. I know this movie has a special place, and I just here at Panharmonicon Studios, we never say that any movie that you suggest to us. We always said from the beginning, we can't guarantee
that we will like it.
Also love it, but we just appreciate you being here. With that said,
I think you know several Panharmonicon's, points at the end of this movie. Gus. So Disney movie film released by Disney, July 7th, 1976, which that was our centennial, wasn't it? So they were like 3 days off of the centennial, or the bicentennial.
The bicentennial. Yeah,
Bicentennial. No clue what this budget of this movie was. I can't imagine it was very expensive.
Maybe like 4 locations at max.
Considering most of it seems to have been done either on a field of like a high school football field, or a studio,
or a random barn.
Probably also on the studio. Most of this was probably done on the studio lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm going to put aside that Ed Asner and Don Knotts' like what they paid them must have probably been like the bulk of the budget, because it was not put very much place else. Well, maybe also Johnny Unitas. Domestic box office of 21 mil.
Okay.
I'm going to assume it was good. I don't because I don't know the budget. I'm just going to assume 21 million was good. No aggregated critic score anywhere, but it does have a 56% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb, a 5.5 out of 10 on Metacritic, and a 2.8 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
So pretty middle of the road across the board. Okay.
Movies that it competed with when it... I don't want to put when it came out, because really, no. But like the year it came out, competed with Rocky, Carrie, The Omen, which it did compete with. It came out the same week as The Omen, and Taxi Driver.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. And so, Gus is actually one of the most succinct movies that I could ever just be able to be like, this is the plot of it. Failing NFL team, the California Adams, hires a Yugoslavian donkey by the name of Gus to kick field goals for them.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
Gus has a handler who's also Yugoslavian, but named Andy.
Who has a better American accent than I do.
Yep.
except when he's like, Papa.
Yeah,
Mama.
That's the only
Step
two that
on.
he practiced the
Step
entire time.
Stepan. Actually, not even Stepan wasn't bad. His dad. His
Oh,
dad
yeah.
is hater of the century.
Hater of the century.
His finger? His finger is a hero?
There is, I guess, also the other, like the B plot, or maybe still part of the main plot of
What, the bet?
the bet. Yeah,
That's
I
part
think
of
that's
the
yeah,
A
that
plot.
would be
yeah. It's I forget the names. That's if that tells you anything about the movie. But Ed Asner's character, and I don't know either the name of the character or the actor who plays him, but their so-called quote-unquote friend, come up with a bet that if the California Atoms make it to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, that his friend would finance the team for another year. However, if they lost that and did not win the Super Bowl, they would basically sell the California Atoms to this friend for the friend's asking price, whatever that might be.
So was that the bet?
That was the bet.
Because I didn't understand. Like, I was actually kind of getting upset because I guess I didn't understand the bet. Like, I thought when Cooper came to him, it was
Cooper.
that was Ed Asner. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Cooper, and then Charles Wine
Charles
was
and
Harold Gould? Gould?
Oh, really? That was
That
cool.
was. I'm sorry. Was that the name of the actor or the name of the character?
Name of the actor is Harold Gould, and then the character is Charles Gwynn.
Okay.
And so that was,
I don't even
yeah,
remember
so it was
his
Hank
last name at
Cooper.
all.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think.
Like, he
I
just
think
kept
it's
calling
maybe
him
just
Charlie.
Yeah.
I should have remembered though Mr. Cooper because I kept thinking of hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I could
The
see that.
90s TV show.
Ed Asner does not look like Mercury whatsoever, but
That is very true.
so when he came to him with the bet, I thought I was like, what is this bet? Because it sounded like he said if we win half of our games this season, then I keep the team, and if we don't, then you can buy the team. And I was like, well, what does Charlie get out of this? Because it seems like
I thought it was like he would. So Mr. Cooper would get get a bankroll for another year. I thought.
Okay, so
I
that
think
makes
that was
more
the
sense.
set- that was
because
what
I
it
thought that was what
evolved
it
into.
that's what it evolved
yeah.
into. The first part of the bet, I was like, is he just trying to give the team away? Does he not want the team anymore?
Yeah,
No, I think
yeah,
he
that's
said
fair.
that like he could that Charles could buy it at Charles's asking price.
That was if they lost. That part I didn't understand. Like, if they lost the
Yeah.
bet, then he could buy it for like pennies on the
Yeah.
on a dollar.
That if he won, that he just gets to keep it, right? Like
So
Yeah, like why? Yeah.
why?
So I guess the whole bit was to maybe then egg him on to the second bet that it evolved into, maybe? Because maybe he knew that he was that much of a gambler that he would,
Maybe
be like-
take the bet.
yeah, and then be like, oh, actually, how about you win the Super Bowl?
So I guess like is the confusion that
it feels
Like,
like
would it
Charlie
have
would
been-
still be a part of ownership of the team regardless. And that ultimately it's either he's paying what is being already paid or he does it cheaper.
So I'm sorry. Was Charles like a co-owner of the team?
I mean, he was.
I thought he
don't
was just
think
like
that was
another.
like
really
he just
explained.
gives them money.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be weird to be like, I'm not an owner or anything.
Well,
but here's money
but
for
that's
you.
the thing though. Like I didn't even think that. Like I guess I didn't see any allusion to Charles already bankrolling them in any capacity before the bet was even made.
Yeah.
I thought he was just like maybe somebody who owned another team in the league, and that it was just like an opportunity for him to like come in and buy and like intersect and buy that team out.
Maybe.
At a certain point.
I don't
But
know if
then,
it was
like-
even explained. Like,
Yeah, again, because like the
Yeah.
nature of the relationship, or like what Charles
Yeah.
was, because he was actively, obviously, doing all that stuff to try to like, win the bet.
Yeah. because
but then
he. Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think Mr. Cooper made a comment that they like play poker together, so maybe they're just
we
like
played poker
friends.
for like 25 years.
Yeah.
now. yeah.
But there was another comment where Mr. Cooper was like, I thought he made a comment about being like broke or like, being on the verge of being destitute.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was like a make or break year.
It seemed, because it definitely seemed like he had no money. Because I think he even told his assistant, another character whose name I forget, but and he was like, basically when he was talking to him about the new story of the Yugoslavian donkey, he's like, I would be lucky if I could even afford to get you a round trip to Yugoslavia.
I gotta loan someone. I gotta find someone to loan me the money to buy you a ticket. Yeah.
That part I just didn't it felt like it was just contrived to make it so that they would have to like. I can't even say it was contrived for that because it seemed like he already had the plans on using Gus before making the bet.
But just halftime entertainment, it seemed like it seemed like he just wanted like an attraction to get people to come to the games because they themselves were absolute donkey doo-doo. How terrible. And because when we first started talking about it, like I thought that I was thinking of it as like Air Bud before Air Bud.
Yes, yeah.
But like in Air Bud, I didn't think that the whole entirety of the team was terrible, but like everybody on that team was trash.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the defense, I guess.
Because they held points because it was very low scoring games. Yes. It was just like.
That's the part that.
Yeah. Like to be able to win games by field goals alone.
I didn't understand it. So like during the credits.
Yeah.
Don Knotts' character, who I do forget what the coach's name was. I just call him Don Knotts. He does state that the defense is the best part of the team.
But then they
like run into each other, and Ed Asner says like, "Man, if we could only teach them who to hit." Yeah. But it did make it seem like they obviously performed better than the offense, which was just straight garbage. Yeah. When homie like flagged for the ball and then ran away. Yeah. And then turned around and flagged for it again and was like, "Oh, you already threw it." I was like, "Oh, y'all. Big trash, yo, man, yo, like the biggest of trash." But that defense needs to win Defense of the Year. Yeah, truly. Like they were holding down like big time teams to like under 20. Yeah, and somehow were like never tired. Yeah, because in order for Gus to be kicking like 10 plus field goals so that they could be getting these like 30-point games means that the offense literally did nothing.
Because like you honestly like you would just have to get the ball and then first down just kick it. Yeah. Like that's the most efficient way to do that. Exactly. But then your defense is on the
It's like they weren't even like. And the craziest thing was that they were actively. It seemed like they were actively pushing themselves back so that Gus could kick a long field goal.
Just a ludicrous field goal. Yeah.
So why would he even need to?
But to your point about Air Bud, it is the one thing I actually do like about this movie, in that I think it does Air Bud better because of the fact that they have to rely on
Gus.
Like solely,
yes. Whereas like Air Bud, it was still like the rest of the team. It's not like they were like, we need Air Bud in order to win this game.
But he just like made everybody better. Like,
like Gus was the linchpin.
Yes.
Like without them Gus, in the defense, they actively lost every single game that Gus was not a part of.
I was curious. Like I don't know if this is something that's written to like how Hollywood does like sports films, but is there a reason why like you can show yourself going up against a real NFL team, but you can't be a real NFL team? Because I was surprised to see like the Packers, the Cleveland Browns, the Rams, Eagles, the Rams, the 49ers, but like the California Atoms. And it got me thinking, like, I don't know if the California Atoms was a team at one point that got absorbed, but even when it came to, I don't know if we'll get copyright for just saying the Super Bowl. Like, we got to say the big game. But, like, basically, when it came to the Super Bowl, like, the fact that they didn't go to the Super Bowl and then play, you know...
It was like the Mammoths.
The Michigan
it was another fake team.
I was like, they started talking. I was like, who the hell are the Michigan Mammoths?
And they happened to coincidentally be like the two
best
teams in the...
like they brought them... It was so funny because they brought them up earlier, and I was like, who the hell are the Michigan Mammoths? I think they brought them up when, like, that dude got traded to him. Yeah. And I was like... the heck? Yeah. And then like for the longest, before they finally revealed that the Rams were their like the
division rival,
I was like, who is this team that they consistently keep tying with? They were like undefeated at like 10 games or something like that, and tied in first place. I was like, who is this other team that somehow is also in first place? The two undefeated teams in the same division? What's going on here? And then they finally revealed the Rams. I'm like, okay. So who's going to be the Super Bowl? Because they talked about the Packers multiple times. Like, maybe it's the Packers, maybe it's the Eagles, and then I was like, the Michigan Mammoths. They made it to the Super Bowl.
Not the Detroit Lions, the Michigan Mammoths.
Right, exactly. You had an opportunity for the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, give them something.
Maybe there was, because they never really named players. So like maybe they could just name like a team content.
Sure.
They didn't want to like say that, like, especially because they eventually had to put Dick Butkus on like a team. So like maybe they were just like, he can't be on an actual team because, well, he's not playing Dick Butkus, he's playing this other character. So he's got to be on like a fake team.
Oh, is that Carl Gillil or whatever the old love interest was for the? Oh, amazing. But honestly, this is just a very side tangent. I did not know that he was a player for the longest time, like until they showed him actually in a uniform.
When he
So I
was
like,
sitting
oh,
there at
this
the table,
yeah.
I was like,
I mean, it's a big dude.
Oh, is he like
but-
a coach or something?
yeah.
No, dude, as soon as I saw him, I was like, he has to be a player.
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
fair.
that dude is huge in comparison, which shocked
Yeah.
me when they go to the drive-in and they found a dude that was even
classic
bigger.
big man. Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
that
like-
dude need to be playing for the Adams. He's
Yeah.
gigantic.
And I think that's the actor who plays Jaws in one of the older
it's
James
Richard
Bond films.
I
Keel,
can see that.
and
Yeah.
it makes
Actually,
sense.
also,
'cause
wasn't
it's
he in Happy Gilmore?
that. I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, Richard Keel, just the classic.
It was kind
big
of like
man.
daunting that he just
He
like,
just wouldn't stop
already was
rising.
bigger. Exactly, dude. I was like, is he gonna stop?
Yeah, I was like, how did he fit in that car?
Yeah, like what the hell?
How do you get in there?
Like they had to
Probably
like,
from the top.
open a hole in the car.
Yeah.
in order for him.
Or there
like,
was
he
like a
had to,
trap
partially-
door.
Yeah, like
Yeah, this movie. So basically, they originally get Gus as a sideshow element because
they need a draw.
they need
'cause
a
they're-
draw because the cheerleaders aren't doing it, the band isn't doing it, the team themselves ain't doing it. Even though they seem to have a loyal fan base,
Yeah.
that just kept showing up to these games regardless. Even though it looked like it was out inside of like Marietta High School, which led me to say in my notes that they should have just been a college team.
Yeah.
Like being in the NFL didn't do anything for the movie. Everything pointed to them being a college team. Like the stakes of everything felt like a college team. Like they should have just been a college team. I don't understand why it had to be an NFL team.
Yeah.
But they get him. He is known to be able to kick balls very well, apparently. And it's weird because when they finally bring him over, Andy says that he's never kicked a football before. But I'm almost positive that the only reason they even got him was because, according to the news outlets, he had been kicking 100-yard field goals. So,
I mean, that could just be like the transfer, because I think it was only soccer, right? Like it was like soccer balls that he was kicking. But I don't know if they call them field. Yeah, right, 100%.
no, on the 100-yard part, because that makes
Yeah,
it
then
seem
you wouldn't.
like,
Yeah, you don't.
like he was
measure
proficient
the same-
at kicking footballs.
Yeah.
But his dad was hating so much.
oh my god,
Like he made me almost dislike Stepan. I'm like, Stepan ain't even doing nothing. He's just getting in there, having good games, getting hat tricks, and his dad is just hating.
it's almost kind of like he lent a voice to Stefan.
True. Yeah.
So much so that it made him come off way more arrogant than he probably actually was.
He never
Because-
never says a line in the
Yes,
movie.
and I'm like, dude, and I was like, Stefan, like, he didn't do anything. Like,
He just out here living his best life, but because of his dad, I'm like, man, forget you.
it is interesting though that briefly, it does kind of seem like he has a point. Because even Andy gets mad that Debbie steps in and holds, because she realizes, I guess maybe that's part of the reason why they had referenced her being also potentially from Yugoslavia, or her mom being from Yugoslavia or something. So she's like, Oich, which I think anyone could have said Oich. I don't think you need to be from Yugoslavia to say that. It's just like one little quick word. It's like one syllable. And she comes out there dressed as Andy, and they still hit the field goal and they still win. And then
But he wasn't
was
going
like,
to at first. If you recall, she she put it down. She said "oich," and he didn't kick. And then she said, "Please, you got to do this for Andy." Then he kicked.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I didn't hear her say that second. Well, yeah, just to show you that. Because I guess that afterwards, then he falls down. He felt like sick, and Andy was about to go home.
Mm-hmm. Andy was about to
go really close. He was so ready.
I mean, that's what being a primetime hater does. He instilled such self-doubt
into his son. Yeah.
That Andy just at the drop of a hat was willing to be like, you know what, I guess
it was just a finger.
But eventually we learned that he can kick field goals. Mm-hmm. And this immediately makes them win games. There's no like transition from not winning to winning. And in fact, I still question the defense part because they played a preseason game against the Cleveland Browns and lost 41-0. Meaning that they did not hold the Cleveland Browns to any sort of...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
But the instant that they start using Gus in the season, the defense just gets a boost. Like they all just became like RPG characters, and Gus handed out like 2,000 experience points to each of them because they suddenly become demons on the field apparently, and they're just holding teams to just nothing almost.
It's actually also kind of wild because I think that like at one point, I forget the exact number, I should have wrote this down, but they specify how many field goals Gus made that season, and it wasn't even that much. Like I'm not like obviously Gus's skill is crazy good, but it wasn't even so much. I think I did the math and it was something like 80 something points worth of field goals.
That's about right because I mean, they don't tell us what the scores of like a multitude of the games are.
Yeah.
Like they just go from like they won the first game to like they've now won 4 games, but they never say what the scores are.
Right.
They only say the scores are like maybe 3 of the games total.
Yeah.
Maybe it was also just like halfway through the season at that point. I'm not sure, but like
that could be it. Yeah.
It still begs the question though of like, do you're like really virtually relying on field goals alone is kind of wild, and those are kind of I don't know. I guess outside of the fact that it's a donkey doing this. Like how boring are games to watch when it's nothing but field goals?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's the 70s. Maybe they don't have all the flashy plays yet. So
they've not seen like the
this is the time of good hard playing football.
Yes.
We want the
Real
low scoring games, full of defense,
lots of
won
running.
by a field goal.
Yeah.
And they've had nothing this entire time. This team that represents the entire state. And
The entire state.
That's true. Yeah.
Do we have any NFL teams that represent like an entire state?
The Jets, maybe.
Well, I mean, even
New
then,
York?
you can be like, just New York.
I feel like whenever you say New York, it's just New York City.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't think there's any like. I remember when I was a kid, I thought the Washington Redskins played for in the state of Washington.
Yeah.
But I learned that was not the case. So yeah, I don't think there are. Oh no, that's the NBA. So I was gonna say the Minnesota Timberwolves.
The
Minnesota Vikings.
Utah Jazz. Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah,
then-
Minnesota Vikings.
So yeah, I guess there is a precedent for it. I just didn't think about it. But so the team starts to win, and then shenanigans become afoot.
Dude, I wrote in my notes like this movie is 95% hijinks and
Yes.
like 5%
Yep.
plot. Like it.
And the hijinks were maybe what? If it's an hour and a half, it was 50 minutes of hijinks.
Yeah, dude, just like a shit ton of just.
It was like when you said earlier that this movie could have been 45 minutes. It truly could have been.
Yeah.
Like Tom Bosley and his shenanigans take up so much of this movie, and they are not funny. They're not. It actively made me start not liking the movie.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
For sure.
the premise of the movie is fine, and what starts out at the beginning of the movie is okay. Mm-hmm. There's like it's giving like self-deprecating humor, as in like I wondered to myself at some point, like, is this commentary on like the current state of the NFL at the like during in 1976, or like is it just they just wanted to make a goofy comedy and it just happened to coincide with it? I'm not sure, but like it felt like making all these like kind of jokes at the NFL, and then like how a team could like suck but have a miracle player on it. I was like, oh yeah, But then you introduce Tom Bosley, and you introduce these hijinks, and I was just like, okay. Especially the last one.
The grocery store?
The grocery store
running,
one
yes.
pissed
My
me off.
God, yeah. Because how did no one say anything? Like,
They were in
straight
there
up,
for
there was a
so long.
there was
It was
a
so
donkey.
long.
Singular cop never showed up.
Yeah.
In fact, like
The
not
general
a-
manager
not
that
an
was like
employee.
dusting.
There
Yeah,
was
like
only him, and he acted like he never saw anything.
He had to
People were just
stack his
watching
cans.
them do
Yeah.
these things, and I was just like, why is this happening still? This could have been like 2 minutes and would have done the exact same thing that it did.
Yep.
And it's crazy because, like, at one point, I think, oh, it's about to end. And then it just ramps up for, like, a second act of that scene.
Yeah.
So I thought it was soon as I was like, okay, we're getting there. And then I was like,
Then they got a lasso, and then it was just like, oh, now they're climbing on the shelves.
Oh, man. It's like that was just...
Brutal.
It really was brutal. That was brutal to watch.
I bet they were Kiki and Hahan in the theaters back in '76 during the last stretch of this movie. Me, not so much.
Because they not...
Yeah, because it's really what is the standard at the time.
Man, and then so, dude, why? Okay, I was curious. Did the rules for being able to take a knee change? Like, is that not? Because I'm like, why would they take
Why
not
would they
take a knee?
still
Why would you
actively
actively
going?
be trying to run the ball?
I want to
10 seconds left. You were already up.
I want to assume they couldn't take a knee either. Like that's my only assumption. And then at that point, I was like, I put Buddy needs to be investigated for sports betting because he practically handed that ball over to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was nothing. Everything was fine. He just went. Swoop. I was like, no one touched him.
No.
Like he didn't fall. He jumped in the air and he just went. Here you go.
But it was kind of muddy, Dame. You forgot.
Oh,
that
it wasn't
part.
kind of.
It was.
But it was like they were actively going at the mud
Yes.
spots.
Yeah.
Like there was grass. I could see grass, and they were like, "No."
This is chocolate.
We got a mud wrestle.
Also, Gus is an asshole because when I thought to myself like, "Oh, this was all just a course of events," and then Debbie went to him at the end and verified that he did that shit on purpose.
Yeah. What are the odds that it would have been that way?
Yeah.
But I was like, you put the entire game on the line. And don't act like you're a donkey all of a sudden that you're too stupid to know. Because you did this stuff on purpose.
And you winked.
You winked.
You winked. You knew. You knew what you did.
If that didn't go well, Andy would have been a pariah. He would have tumbled down mentally.
Especially when he slides under dude's legs. And then basically, I thought he was passing the ball.
I thought he was.
Oh,
He just threw that bad boy. He was like, done.
Yeah, why did that happen?
I thought he was doing the cool thing where he was like throwing it and then he was gonna like go
Catch
over
it.
it.
Yes.
And then he was
Yeah.
gonna catch it.
But also, I was like, I don't think you can pass the ball to yourself.
No.
And then also, though, like when he does that, when he loses the ball, it looks like at one point that the Mammoths actually regain control. But then the camera cuts over to the coaches, cuts back, and then it's miraculously
Fumbled again.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I thought they had it.
Too much mud, it just squirted out.
Yeah, just a lot of squirting.
But somehow, even though it popped out from the ground into the air, like Andy could grab it.
Yes,
And
yeah.
he grabbed it and he just ran. And somehow, very athletic Dick Butkus could just not catch this man.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because he
I mean, he
just
did
had
get kicked through a field goal,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
but he seemed pretty okay. They made him sound like he was going to be like, I mean, he suited up, so he knew he could play. And it's crazy that the Mammoths were like, yeah, we'll play you at the very last play.
Yeah. Like we know you have beef with this donkey and this man.
It's also they took, I don't know any NFL team that is viable for the Super Bowl who would take a known team's like bad boy.
Yeah. And then also injured. Like,
Yeah.
that, like not a
Like
playable.
who would do that? Like what did you get out of that? Like I want to know what the other side of that trade was.
I feel like it was all him. I like all him just being so angry that Debbie. I
thought they were married. I thought
did
they were
too.
married at the
I did
beginning.
too.
Yeah.
And then like there didn't seem to be enough talk about like there being strife. She almost made it seem like they weren't even dating.
Right?
Or maybe it was like a new relationship because he was like, "Oh, are we steady or not?"
Yeah, because like,
And then so it's just
when like they got when they were getting off the bus or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and she was running to him, and then like he was like, "Oh, here's my girl,"
Yeah,
and then she
she
ran
ran
past
to
him and
Andy.
just started kissing him. And I was like,
Yes. Yeah, I was like,
What?
that's awkward.
Yeah, super awkward. Because I was like, you never had a really conversation of that like transition. Because I was like, yeah, at first I thought they were married, and then I thought, okay, well maybe they've been dating for a little while.
Yeah.
But then it was like never addressed, and it almost kind of made it seem like to your point, they had just maybe had like a date or two at the time that they landed. I don't know. It was kind of hard to discern what.
Right, because I can't remember. I'm trying to remember exactly how that conversation. I guess with his roommate or whatever when she called him, and then it was just like, oh, it's all about this donkey. Or, I can't. Yeah,
And then he goes out. Like, you stood me up for Chinese.
Yeah.
I don't even like Chinese.
yeah.
Which I was like, oh, you tripping, bro. You were tripping, man.
"Just wanted a meal, succulent Chinese meal."
What's the charge?
Yeah. So
Crazy movie.
Yeah. I don't really have much more to say. Other than
I would check my notes.
other than
here.
like, with Don Knotts, I have no idea what the
underutilization
purpose-
of Don Knotts of all people is crazy.
that should have been punishable by death. Like that. Like it was almost kind of like the only thing they wanted to use him for was his very awkward body language.
Yeah.
That, like,
Probably.
yeah.
yeah.
But to get that much Tom Bosley and that little Don Knotts was insane. I was just like, why is Don Knotts is on the cover of this DVD?
Yes, dude. I thought that he was like leading the charge in this film, and I wrote that in my notes. I'm like, why is he even in this? What was the point?
Like,
Just put Ed Asner like front and
I don't
center.
understand
Like,
why Ed Asner was not on the cover of that. It was also kind of crazy seeing like a youngish Ed Asner because I'm so used to like old grizzled Ed Asner.
It was so weird though because he looked younger, but at the same time old to the point where I was like, that's not Ed Asner. I'm like, he's got to be just like a lookalike because it's weird. Like he didn't. Somehow he was everything at once. He was younger and he
Was wrinkly enough to be kind of like 60 or 70 years
I think it's
old.
because he was like in that like spot where you could like when the person starts to like turn old, you're like, oh, I'm getting flashes of both young and old Ed Asner. He's in the transition period.
I don't know why you make it seem like All Might or something, dude, where like he can only like hold that All Might form for so long. I've only got an hour.
Before I turn back into the old Ed Asner. Honestly, he kind of just always looked like that. Because I remember watching like the Mary Tyler Moore show, and he kind of looked like that. I think that's just the way Ed Asner. He probably was born looking like that.
Born like a turkey man.
Like Benjamin Button, except he didn't like reverse age.
He just
like,
was old.
He was born old. He stayed old though. Get older actually somehow. I love that. I love that though.
Same.
So yeah, I think we're done here.
Shall
I
we?
think it's time to give ourselves a little jingle.
How many Panharmonicons does this get? How many Panharmonicons does this get? I said, how many Panharmonicons does this get? Everybody. Spit.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
On through.
Before we do that, I just want to once again apologize to Jason. I'm not sure if you wanted us to love this movie or if you wanted us to do what we just did to it. But I do thank you for at least suggesting it.
Yeah.
Just simply because I would have never
Oh, yeah.
seen this movie
100%.
like without that. And that's what I want is more like movies that just I would never even think to have seen. So thank you for that. But with that, our Panharmonicons out of 5 scores are
Before we get to that,
double.
how low?
We can go into the negatives. So it's 5 to -5.
It is 5
I
to
thought was
-5.
established.
It's 5 to -5. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking-
So it's
okay.
it's a true 10-point scale, but only. Yeah, never mind. I don't know math enough to talk numbers.
So, as in like -5 being like we are owed Panharmonicons. Like we should be getting those.
The people who made the movie should be now paying us money. Yes, for our time having watched that movie. It sounds like it's going to be a first for Panharmonicon Studios Presents podcast.
But how deep? How deep
Yeah,
is
that's
the love?
exactly. All right, I'll step into it first. Knowing now that we can go into the negatives. I think I have to give it a -2.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. My hesitation comes from like I did really enjoy Ed Asner. So this is no disrespect to his performance. It's hard to enjoy Don Knotts when he was so incredibly underutilized that you literally could have put anybody else in
As the coach,
in that position, and everything else. Yeah, that movie. It's weird because it's not like I sat there and like hated the experience, but at the same time I'm like this
movie.
You know,
Hey.
So yeah, that's where I'm landing.
Yeah.
I love you, Jason.
I can go next. I am also in the negative, but only a -0.5. To me, it just felt like local theater. There was so much that I didn't understand why it was happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, could have been a 35 to 40 minute movie. Would have been the exact same.
I guess I'm going to be the nice guy here. It gets a 1.5
Okay.
out of 5 Panharmonicons for me. I actually enjoyed the first half of the movie. It's when the hijinks start that just really just started to wear down on me.
Sure.
If you did it one time, I
Yes.
would have been perfectly fine with it.
Totally
Like,
different movie.
When they I think the one I would have done is the one where they get him drunk.
Yes.
If you did just that one, perfectly fine. But it was like they did that, and then literally 3 movie minutes later, they're already doing another one with the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not. It's like it is honest to goodness as if some dudes wrote the first half of the movie, and then we're like, yeah, this is how the movie goes, and then some producer or somebody was like, you get this donkey in here, there better be some hijinks, right hijinks. And then they wrote one, and they were like, more hijinks, please.
You said 2, but wasn't there 4 different situations? Because there was the driver that they messed up, right? They used the driver, which was one of their hijinks.
Yeah, so Crankshaw.
So the driver was one, but to me, that one was so subtle a hijink that I almost don't want to call it a hijink.
Okay.
To me, when they getting drunk is the
first the real tipping point,
because that's it goes right into the hospital. And
then the camp bus,
camper,
and
then
switching off at
the grocery store, and I'm like, why? You dragged out the back half of this movie, and it just made me want to not watch it anymore. I was only watching it for the non-hijink parts because I was like, those parts are at least kind of I can get chuckles out of those parts.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, definitely.
These parts I don't like, and I don't know why you put them in. It genuinely feels like interference happened, and someone said that these need to exist.
Yeah,
and they make the kids laugh or something like that, and maybe they did. And like I said, I bet they was kikiing and ha-haing in 1976. Me in 2026, no. It did not make me laugh. No kiki, no haha. It was a bunch of prune faces and question and furious typing on my phone. Why does this exist in this movie?
50 years will do that, man.
Yeah,
it will. And
standard of comedy.
So, yeah, I'm surprised I gave it a 1.5, but I also forgot that we could go negative. But I'm gonna stay. at 1.5 because I did enjoy the first half of it enough to be
there. You go. I
shouldn't even say the first half. It feels more like it was the first third that I'm really thinking about it because so I'm moving down to 1.
Okay. He talked himself out of it.
We're at a 1 Panharmonicons, and that I will end it there. Sorry, Jason.
But if you have a different score, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Or Jason,
absolutely.
defend yourself, I guess.
Yes, Jason, comment defend yourself or agree with us. The only two things you can do. And everyone else, let us know how you felt about Gus. Defend it or agree with us. And as always, if you can subscribe, if you enjoyed us, please hit that button. Please hit that notification bell if you can for us, if you have not already. I know it sounds like we bang on about it every episode, but when the way the algorithms work, they just are based solely off of what you look at, not so much what you engage with. And as a result, you could have seen a Panharmonicon video and you keep getting them in your algorithm because the algorithm's like, oh, you like that. Like you saw it. You saw it, so you must like it. You wouldn't look at it if you didn't like it. And so you'll just keep getting it. So you'll think you're subscribed, but you won't be because one day it'll just disappear. You're like, what happened to the podcast I used to listen to? So hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when we drop new episodes. Spotify, if you can give us a rating of 1 through 5 based off of how you like Gus. And also give us a follow and drop comments wherever you are. Follow us on our socials. Pretty much everything is Panharmonicon Studios. I want to thank you for listening, and this has been another episode of Panharmonicon Studios Presents
A podcast.
Hee-haw.
This has been Damon.
This is Andrew.
This is Farron.
And we want to thank you guys for listening.
Thank you. We'll catch you next time.
Sorry, Jason.
Definitely.
Even the best of them slip once in a while.
Slip, Gus?